Now, it's time for the Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers, the official truck of the Memphis Tigers. The show is also supported by Regional One Health, Jack Pirtle's Chicken, AutoZone, Pizza Hut, and by MLGW.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy holidays to one and all. Coach, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you had a great couple of days off. I know you were busy, though.
Oh, yeah, we're always busy, but I wanted to wish everybody, hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, and certainly the best. You know, we did travel some, went to see our grandbaby in Florida, but I combined watching a high school basketball tournament in South Carolina, so we were working at the same time.
You did say to me, and he tells this to young coaches all the time, you may think you get off for the holidays, forget about it.
Oh, no, there's not. In this business, you get, for instance, this year we had to be back. Our players are back on Christmas Eve because we play on the 27th, so we know it's going to be it's important that we get a couple practices in before we go up in conference play against a very good SMU team. So they had to be back. They had a very short Christmas. They had a couple days off, but that was it.
Everybody, I take it, in good spirits after the nice win, taking care of business against Incarnate Word.
Well, Santa Claus was good to us, and that's always important to leave on a good note right before the holidays, and then that was good. We had a couple of kids step up and play well that needed to. We needed to get our bench more involved, and I thought we were able to do that against Incarnate Word.
That might have been the first time, by the way, that your bench actually outscored the other bench, and a lot of that had to do with, I guess, your personal Christmas present, the kid that you brought. He was going to go to Texas Tech, Keon Clergeot, and I know he's been doing this in practice. For those of us who just see him in the games, we'd never seen this side of him. That was amazing.
Well, he's very talented. He's I said before, he was probably the most gifted athlete as a freshman that we've recruited in some time, because he can. He was ready physically to step in there. He wasn't ready mentally or emotionally or basketball-wise as far as basketball understanding, but he's caught on quick, and boy, we needed that desperately.
I wonder, is this the kind of game where, okay, now you know you can do it, and he becomes much more consistent?
I hope so. I think I know he went home to Auburndale, got a workout in with his workout guy, and I'm sure he saw his high school coach, and I'm sure everybody was patting him on the back, telling him how that they saw the game. So that gave him some confidence, and that's what he needed.
All right, so I should try to get one little update on Chad Rycook. I don't know if you've had a chance to really see him. He went away, and I don't know if he came back already.
Well, no, he's back. We told him to take a few days, spend with your parents and stay at home. There's nothing he can do right now. There's no real treatment going on at this point, but nothing has changed. He's going to be for 6 to 8 weeks. It could be sooner because it wasn't as severe as they anticipated, and I'm glad it wasn't for him, because the young man's been through enough. But we certainly wish him the best. I'm sure he'll get back here for the game tomorrow. As
you said, a couple of games coming up. We'll talk about those. Here's what's coming up in this show. You will take a look at the clinic that the Tigers put on with the game against Incarnate Word. You'll get to see the Clergeot highlights. Also, a little bit later in the program, the Mid-South Chevy Dealers Inside Access is all about the players giving back. You're going to like this piece. Also, I will go one-on-one with Markel Crawford, and the AutoZone road ahead is a very difficult one. SMU to start, South Carolina on Friday. But let's see what happened just before Christmas against Incarnate Word. It comes your way in a minute.
You're watching the Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers. The Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers.
Welcome back into the holiday edition of the Tubby Smith Show, and we saw a real clinic. It was a gift for you for the holidays, the way the Tigers played, particularly going deep into the bench. Jamario Rivers had a good game. Keon Clergeot had a great game, and I love the story about how you got this thing set up with Incarnate Word. There's a good look at Chad Rycook. He is watching. Hopefully he gets better soon. But the guy from Incarnate Word's kind of your buddy. You were looking for a game. You actually gave him 2 games, right?
Yeah, Kim Burmeister. We had scheduled a game at Texas Tech, I leave there, and he goes, Tubby, you've got to play me now that you're in Memphis. So we decided to play him here. We needed another game, and that was one of the games we had to pick up late. When you're trying to get games in April and May, it's tough. So we're glad that he came in and played for us. He's got a good ball club. But you can see that we got off to a good start, really shooting the ball. Markel got us off to a good start, shooting the basketball, rebounding the ball. We inserted Jamario in the lineup, with Chad Lycook being injured. But you can see right there that KJ is really getting on the boards, did a good job. I think he had double-digit rebounding again and double-digit scoring. And, let's face it, Diedrich just knows how to play and understands how to play. But we got a lot of help from our bench. There was a stretch there where Incarnate Word came back. We had a big lead. What an unbelievable move there. Diedrich, he just has...
And that's the strength coach that he has this year. He would not have made that play a year ago.
Well, the agility and the strength, you're right. We in the weight room, those things all help. He's a year older and a year more mature. Again, excellent move there. That's probably KJ's patented move. But we're talking about what they have to do to change as we go into conference play. But you can see there's a nice move there by Craig. We need to get Craig shooting the ball better. He had struggled, but he did make some shots in this game, which is very helpful. Craig went 3 for 7, 1 for 3 from the 3, so that really was important. Again, they moved the ball well, but not as well as we did. You see a young man there, Hart stepped up, Jalen Hart, who is one of the top. He's a quick guard who can really handle the ball, and certainly we had our hands full trying to contain him.
Well, you jumped out very quickly in this game to a double-digit lead, and I thought, it's human nature. You let up for a little bit, and they came back in, but then you put the hammer down.
Well, yeah, we brought in the hammer in Keon Clergeau, and he lit it up. He's in the, he's only, I guess, freshman scholarship player we have on the team, and so he's really stepping up. The players have really embraced him because they know how talented he is. But he came in, knocked down threes. You see Diedrich knocking down 3. They had cut it to like 6 or 7 points, and then we went on an 18-0 run there. Again, pitching the ball here. That's the thing that Diedrich can do. He can dribble with his head up. For young players, athletes, keep your head up, look up the court. Again, a nice pick there, screen. And again, when Keon is fielding, you see he kind of shoots a floater up there. That's one of the things that we're trying to get him to do, get better rotation on his jump shot. But it was falling for him the other day, and he did a fantastic job. Good inside power move there by KJ. Important that we push the ball up and that we get the assists. Again, that was a end of the half. Great shot there.
That was right with .2 left to go. So you played that perfectly. You have the 20-point lead. What do you say at the break there?
Well, what I say all the time, whether we're up or down, the most insignificant score in sports is the halftime score. So we have to concentrate on getting better, and we did. We came out in the second half, had no let up, really kept the pressure on. Incarnate Word kept pushing the ball up the court. Guys have been logging a lot of minutes. Guys like KJ had 33 and Diedrich had 34, but that's a lot less minutes than they've been averaging, so that helped.
Jake Nadal gave you a couple of good minutes in this game.
Well, Jake came in and really did some good things. Again, he knows how to play. I love his defense. He's in the right spot. He battles inside. Again, I told him the other day, when you get the ball inside, what are you supposed to do, son? Shot fake, coach. So he gets it, and take the ball up strong, and which he was able to do. Again, he's a good passer, a nice play there, a good pass. And that's the thing about this team. I think even guys like Jamario, our big men, can pass the ball. You don't find that very often, and they're willing passers. Again, good jump stop there. They were looking to take a charge, but Diedrich has learned how to stay out of foul trouble and still score points. Again,
if he can do that on a regular basis, we are in good shape.
There's the hammer. So Keon really came in, was lighting it up. Jonathan Benz, we got people off the bench that got a chance to play. I think we got everybody in the game. Caleb Castro, they may not have scored, but they came off the bench and did some good. Alex Moffitt, kids that are putting in the work every day. Christian Kessie is coming in and doing a good job. Even though he didn't score in this game, he's still a guy that we need and we depend on.
21 assists on 32 buckets made. That's 2/3, folks. And that seems to be the real MO of this team.
Well, that's how we have to play. We really don't have a lot of depth, and if we're willing to give the ball up, and that's why I think this team will do well, because we are an unselfish group.
We mentioned how good Markel Crawford has been playing all year long, getting the foul trouble in this game against Incarnate Word. Didn't play as much. But, you know, he's also a communications major. You're about to see what I'm talking about.
You're watching The Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers. You're watching The Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers.
Markel Crawford is a kid where he's growing up before our very eyes. He arrived 4 years ago, bad knee, had to sit out a year. Suddenly he's coming into his own, and we had a chance to talk. Markel, you sit here with me like a different guy. And last year, 3 threes the whole year. You had more than that in one game. This year, you've more than doubled your output. What is different about you?
I just think it's basically going into every game with the utmost confidence. Every game is different from last year. I just think Coach Stat is doing a great job of just helping me with that confidence. And I just think this year I'm more focused in practice, just taking more shots, get more reps at practice.
Does this system aid you in any regard?
I think it does, because since the way I play, of the high energy, Coach loves a player with high energy. So the system we play now is a sort of an up tempo, something I'm used to, and I think it ties a lot with my game, and it's just helping me build my confidence.
Now, also, you came here 3 years ago. You had to sit out a year with the knee. You seem to be a different guy, a little more shy, reserved maybe a few years ago. How have you changed as a person?
I just think I'm just embraced, like the fan base, people taking me in. So I just think me coming in as a freshman, I was so young, and just seeing the things that were going on. Like you said, I was shy, and now I'm just growing up as a leader. I've been here for a while, so I'm sort of the veteran on the team. So I just think it's sort of my personality is coming out, me being outspoken, me being a people person. So I just think with those 4 years, 3 years right now, I've matured as a person. So I just think it's easier for me to show people what I can do, and me as a person.
Now, was that in there when you were at Melrose, and you go to a different level, so you're a little bit more reserved that way, or was this like always there, just ready to come out?
I just think, yeah, in high school I was sort of like I said, a people person. Love to joke around a lot. Real cool with a lot of people. So I just think me coming to a new setting as a freshman, I sort of got into my own bubble, just because it was a new environment, new surroundings. So I just think those 3 years have helped me grow as a person. I've embraced it.
Is there a particular person, I know you're very close to your mother, when you got here, that really kind of helped you out to bring this out for you?
I'd say kudos to my father, just passed not too long ago. So he, loved to see me play. It was a joy for him to watch me play. So he used to always tell me just to be myself and you do what you love.
You are a pretty objective guy, that is for sure, so you tell the truth. And you've lost a few games now. There seems to be a lesson that you can learn from each game, because each of these games were winnable. Where do you think you learned, in particular, you and your execution?
Just to be more aggressive, not to second guess anything. For me, just cut down on those minimal mistakes, unforced turnovers. Some of the things that we could. Those just those little things that we could capitalize on. I just think I can be a better rebounder at times, and just to keep my intensity up, throughout the whole 40 minutes. So whether I'm in for 38 minutes or the whole 40 minutes, I just think it's on me to keep the energy up no matter what it is. So I just think sometimes we come out, flat at times. So I just think that's a testament to me, and it's just my job.
The playing of 38, 40 minutes, does the fatigue come from the body or from your mind?
I think sometimes, you're used to been playing for so long, so I just think it's sort of a mental thing. For me, sometimes it's the body, but I'm doing a great job of in the mental aspect of keeping my wind up, just telling myself, next play you're not tired. So I just think I do a good job of pushing it as well as my teammates. So for those guys that play all those minutes, I think they're doing a good job of staying mentally tough.
And this guy here, you can tell he's a communications major. Where do you see yourself in, say, 5-6 years?
If not in the NBA, somewhere, just playing the game I love, and on down the road, just being a sport analyst, broadcaster, just to stay in sports, talk about basketball.
Come work with me.
Hey, it sounds like a good job to me.
He has really come a long way. He's particularly on the offensive side with the ball. I don't know what you've changed, but it's good.
Well, he's there were some things that he needed to improve on. He shot so poorly from the outside last year. I think one of the things he has a problem with is watching the flight of the ball. For you young players out there, focus on the rim, the front or the back of the rim. He has a tendency, and when you look up at the flight of the ball, your head moves, and then that slight movement. And his balance, landing on both feet. One of the keys I think he was landing on, maybe because of his knee. See what I mean?
Right.
He wanted the pressure of landing, so now we've got him jumping off both feet, landing on both feet. But the young man is outstanding. What a great voice too. He worked in a internship this summer. Did a great job with the Kazukian Network. Larry Robinson did a great job called The Diary of a Tiger. If you want to listen to it, you can go to the podcast. It's a great piece that he did.
He's really a great young man. Next up, Inside Access. The Tigers will go reading. You'll see it in a minute.
You're watching The Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers. The Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers.
Guy next to me believes in giving back, and that's exactly what the Tigers did. Earlier this year, they went to read to the children at Cherokee Elementary.
It's always a good thing. You can go, those kids look up to you, and they get so much joy from you coming to read to them. So I just think those kids, really embraced us, and we embraced them as well. So whenever we get a chance to, from basketball, to give back to the community, it's something we're really big on. As Coach Tubby Smith, he loves for us to give back to the community. So I just think whenever we get the chance to do that, we'll love it. From a community they're coming from, or whatever their background is, they're always going to get what you want. So for them just to get a little thing from from us, from the people that look up to, I just think it was big on our behalf. I'm just glad we got the chance to do that.
Well, I got to thank Keelan Lawson for setting this up. We also went to Sharp Elementary, where they do things in the community, but it's a great way for our kids to appreciate what the spirit of Christmas and giving back is all about.
I love you had the whole family there. That was really, really very nice. We've got to take a break. When we come back, the AutoZone Road Ahead is next.
You're watching The Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers.
The AutoZone Road Ahead is a tough one. 2 games, both at 8 o'clock, both at home. First conference game of the year, SMU, coach, they're 9-3.
Well, really playing well. They're doing an excellent job. Tim Jankovic, who was coaching, waiting, took over for Larry Brown, and inherited a very good team.
And then Friday night, 8 o'clock, last non-conference game against a team that's been in the top 25 almost the whole year. South Carolina. Frank Martin's a heck of a coach.
He does a great job there. I know they just missed making it to the tournament last year at NCAA, but the Gamecocks are always a tough team.
So we will see you at FedEx Forum Tuesday and Friday, and then we'll see you right back here next Monday. Have a great week, everybody. Happy New Year.
Thank you for watching The Tubby Smith Show, presented by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers, the official truck of the Memphis Tigers. The show is also supported by Regional One Health, Jack Pirtle's Chicken, AutoZone, Pizza Hut, and by MLGW.